Yeah, we were already live, but I think I saw something on my glasses and now I'm tripping. Anyways, hi everybody. Welcome to the Workbench live with Paul and Brian. That's back.
What's up, guys?
You know what we're talking about. New night.
Yes,
Same time.
Thursday nights.
Thirsty Thursdays.
See how this goes. That means I don't have to worry about being tired on a Thursday. I can be tired on a Friday. And who cares about Friday?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Friday.
We're all just buying time till
till the
5
weekend.
o'clock anyway.
Everybody's working for the weekend.
Yeah. No big deal.
Here we go. All right.
Pulling up YouTube now.
Oh yeah, I should keep this on my phone. I haven't linked it yet. As far as the algorithm is concerned, we don't have any viewers, so
I don't see it on subscriptions either.
we're live though. So there it is.
Why?
There's bound to be much more. Yeah, I'm live. So there's bound to be much more noise going on within my house, as there's no way for people to go outside at this point. I can't remember if they've issued a curfew for New York at this point yet or not, but stuff's gonna start hitting the fan real soon.
Yeah, we haven't done. We don't have any curfews down south here yet, which is good.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't particularly want to deal with that. But they get so you guys obviously New York City institutes a curfew, and that's the whole area. But for me, it's like a county, so they have to get all the municipalities together to kind of issue a curfew.
Where are you, Miami or Dade, or where are you?
No, Palm Beach.
Palm. Right.
So, for instance, like Delray Beach is the city south of me. They have to get like Delray Beach and Boynton Beach, and everyone's got a beach in their name. They don't have to, but that's usually what they do to get them. Because otherwise it'd be like you driving 3 blocks down from your house and they don't have a curfew.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of confusing. Or you would just go down there to go to the bar because my block has a curfew, but the next block over doesn't.
That's so bizarre. That would be so bizarre. Yeah, I hear what you're saying there.
So no curfews. We've had they closed all bars and restaurants just the other day, actually on St. Patrick's Day, which was, I mean, I get the thought, but man, that was kind of shitty.
I think most places did it then as well, honestly.
Yeah, my poor buddy, he's from Boston, big sports fan.
Oh, shit.
Found out that Tom Brady was leaving him and all the bars were closed.
Oh, man. Here's the real problem or question is that are the liquor stores closed?
Yeah.
Because who cares where?
Yeah, I just need booze.
Sure. If that's your, I'm not a sports ball fan like that. I'm a puck sports fan.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I guess and a baseball fan. So
it's hard to, I don't know, like Cal Ripken leaving, but even more successful because Cal Ripken really wasn't wins and losses successful particularly.
Gotcha. Yeah. Thank you for clarification.
But, yeah, so I have a couple of friends in food service, and that's shitty.
Yeah, that's absolutely crappy. My sister-in-law is a bartender, waitress. So she is out of work right now.
Yeah, I mean, luckily a lot of people are doing takeout and stuff like that, which is cool.
Yeah, I don't think that her establishment is.
No, yeah. Can I have some road beers?
No, here in New York, they allowed takeout liquor.
Really? I didn't know that.
What do you say, huh? It just closed out. Okay. It's in a mall. Oh, right. So it's in a mall, and they had to close the mall, and that's how you go. Okay. So, yeah, there's the story on that one. But yeah, some places out here, they have takeout liquor. So you can go and get a cocktail to go. And
I like it.
Yeah, that's.
But but you have open container, right?
Yeah, well, it's waived because of the situation. So.
Well, I mean, on a general day, there's open container laws, right?
Yeah, even though you can't drink openly on the streets here in New York. Hey, what's up, Edward? How you doing?
Hey, man. Actually, I think if I remember right, Edward is from right around by me too. So
Yeah,
he's probably going. We're going through the same stuff. Not really too much.
Yeah. Chill. I mean, it's the only thing that's been weird up here is obviously people buying a shit out of toilet paper out of the major grocery stores.
I still now I'm good. So I mean, just by luck, dumb luck, we bought a case of toilet paper like the week before.
Sure.
But I'm like, man, I mean, like, what happens next month if I can't get toilet paper?
You're gonna be able. That's the thing. Is like, you're gonna be able to get it.
So, I hope so, because I'm like, I'm not looking to buy like, 13 cases of it. Like, but can I get a pack of toilet paper? I mean,
yeah, everybody. That's the thing about people didn't realize is I don't think right away is that they're like they're gonna have a lot of toilet paper for a long. Good thing the stuff isn't perishable. So I know you can't eat it per se and get any sort of like derived nutrients from it. But hey, Andy's in there too.
What's up, Andy?
I am preparing to do a little bit more work here on my current build, which is this SD team build off me and my good friend Clip and Nubs, Julio Ponte. We're doing the Unicorn and the Neo Xeon. I'm working on the Xeon. He's working on the Unicorn. And I have made just a horrible mess of my desk, and I have got to do some sort of like cleanup work before I can continue to make progress. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's not very exciting to watch and or listen to. But Paul, you're working on
the Hama. Let me just get my camera somewhat
adjusted.
Let me take him off his stand, but there he is. Well, the body and the hips, torso, and I'm building the arms right now. These look like to be forearms, maybe. That looks like a forearm. That looks like where a hand's gonna go, maybe.
Back there, you are correct.
Actually, it looks like I'm about to do that now.
Oh, build the hands?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Do I have an option not to have elbow joint parts? Is that a thing?
It's because the forearms shoot out, isn't it? Isn't that how it works?
I don't know. It's telling me in this direction
to look in the back of the instructions at the transforming capabilities of the
select a part to attach.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with joints because I already cut them out. So
yeah.
Why not?
I mean, I made it so that it had arms. I like the arms. I didn't make it did the extendo.
I don't think I'm gonna build the extendo thing currently.
It's just basically you just like sub out the elbow joint and you add attach wire to it, I think.
Right. I think it's got 1 or 2 extra parts, which I'll cut out and clean up and everything, but I don't think I'm going to pose it with that because then it takes up a lot of space. You got to have that stand and all that crap.
Yeah, I have like a little baggie of Hammer parts labeled just in case I get a wild hair.
I keep the boxes of kits I haven't painted yet, but I'm going to have to get away from that because now I'm having too many boxes.
Dude, I just break down the tops. I keep all my tops, but I don't like keep them.
Do you do like what Zach does, like where you turn it into a mini box? I thought about doing that, but it also seems like a lot of work.
Dude, I like the box art. I always have. It started with me with Legos back in the 80s. When I started collecting those, I always kept the boxes. I would throw away the inner like hardcore part that protected all the plastic pieces for shipping and all that shit. But I kept the details and the designs because I love the pictures and I love the ideas, and I would go back and look at them. And I still do that too if I had the opportunity. Like when I'm in my storage unit and I have all of those wonderful box tops there, I like kind of page through them a little bit. But yeah, I just like we split the corners so they lay flat, and I just have them all in a gigantic file. And there's like hundreds of the shits by now. But yeah, so that's what I do with them. But so Zach, I know he cuts like down the center and like shrinks the box, right?
Yeah, right.
Which makes sense. But I like the box art, so I mean that's fine. I'm different. So if you
I guess I could do that and just put like all. What I do is I'll leave like the decals, any extra part, not extra parts that aren't going to be used. I cut those out and just throw them in like an extra parts bin.
Yeah, I've seen.
But like if it's got option parts or like the attachment that puts it on a base and all that kind of crap, I just throw it back in the box with like the beam saber effects because I usually don't pose with them unless there's something unique.
Right.
And then I'll just throw that, all that stuff back in the box with the manual and put it under the shelf. And then when I get around to painting it, I can, go back and reference all that stuff. But now I have too many. So I either need to hurry up and paint quicker or
it seems like a lot of space. Unless you're going to use them to store the kit later or something, but it seems like a lot of space to waste just keeping the entirety of the product.
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal when it was like 3. It was like,
we'll
work under the desk here, and then now
we are far beyond 3, my friend.
Yeah, now it's 40, and I'm like, oh, what do I do with all these boxes? So I have to figure out something, but
absolutely,
time. Who wants to take time to play with boxes? Oh,
you know what?
I'm anticipating a MosquitoCon cancellation, and
it's not
even
cancellated, it is postponed until August 22nd. Please don't fret. MosquitoCon has been postponed, but it is still on. You have a lot more time to make your shit sweet. So I assume that's Andy you're talking to.
Yeah, I've been keeping Kyle. What's up, everyone? What's up, Kyle?
Oh, hey, what's up, Kyle? Oh, shit, there's a bunch of people up in this business.
Snack says it's not been an excellent time. What's going on, man? Why has it not been an excellent time? Well, I guess I could maybe guess why. But...
Snacks from is that Snacks from Alex's Discord?
Snacks256.
Snacks is over Sealand.
I don't know. He just has snacks, so I'm assuming. Yeah. I don't know how many snacks are hanging around, but
there's a delay, so I'm sure we'll find out here in a hot second. I don't think there's too many.
I only just saw the news now. They didn't publicize it. I guess Andy just figured it out.
Oh, that's cool. It was. I saw it through a story that I think Tex posted. So that's that's just how it goes. For some reason, you have to go through Tex to get news. I don't know. But I'm fine with Tex is nice, but. In fact, her stream is on half hours after ours is going to be off. So for those of you that are still wanting more content when you're done watching the Workbench with Paul and Brian live.
Oh yeah, because she's West Coast time, right?
At the quarantine houses. Yeah. She's West Coast. All right. I think I can pull out the chopper.
The chopper.
Put my dustpan back. Somewhere I misplaced my bigger 45 for this, so I'm gonna have to either make one or find it.
Snacks assumes he's the only one, so I'm gonna say yes.
We have been answered.
There can be only one.
What happened here? All right.
And... 2 pocket caps. What the hell do I need a pocket cap in
on the Discord, totally unrelated to our stream, Jeff says he found a secret to stash control.
So
$1 now costs him $1.45. So conversion rates are getting funky. Believe that, buddy. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm for against that.
I don't think I'll be up too much later than you guys. I got work tomorrow. Going to find out what the plan is for the upcoming weeks. Workforce cuts down to, oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's a common issue going on.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of how it's going.
Yeah, I might be sending a good majority of my staff home tomorrow. Luckily, they all get paid whether they're here or not, but just for safety reasons.
Yeah, because they're state employees, right?
Municipal, but...
Municipal, there it is, municipal.
But we're continuing the same amount of service, kind of. Like, we're not going to do any projects or anything like that, but I just want to limit exposure.
Absolutely. I'm going to add some of that. It's going to be really nice. So, what I'm doing right now. Wow. The places that I've been since we were last here. Let me switch my camera over really quick.
The places you will go.
been a minute since I've been doing this regularly, so I'm really fuzzy on all the controls and everything. Let's go here. All right. Now let me turn up the volume on this light a little bit so we can get some more. Okay. So I filled in the backside of the sub arms, all of them, and I went bigger and chunkier, even though the actual Xeon doesn't have any like big chunkiness on this side of the arms. It's actually pretty flat. I wanted to add a little bit more because I didn't pay attention to it till after I started, and two, it fits with the SD mentality. So I'm kind of going with it. It gives it more of a balanced overall like size, you know, like I feel like it looks a little bit more appropriate, and then it also is just how it works. Yeah.
I appreciate your honesty.
I'm not gonna lie, dude.
I wasn't paying attention.
I think we talked about these. Did we talk about all the details I did on this with the little like?
No, I think last time you were just really.
I was just tickling on that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
I know you didn't do the hands yet. I don't think you had even busted out any kind of putty or anything. I think you were just kind of planning.
I didn't even do the hands yet, huh?
No, I don't think so.
These are the high-grade Builders Jake and Knuckles, right? From Builders Parts, right? I just took the standard. If I can get her up here, buddy. Here we go. Wow, let's see if this will focus. Okay, so I took this little son of a gun, which is the polycat ball joint that fits onto the hand, and I basically I don't think I have any of them left out. Yeah, I think I cleaned them all up, but I basically I cut it down to fit that tiny little T-joint that's right there on that piece, which is the SD hand. If you're familiar with the BB Senshi hands, here we go. Then that is what that's all about. But yeah, so I did that, and then I just basically snapped the hand back on it. And you can put any of the Jig and Knuckle hands on there if I want to. So right now I have like the Magneto hands. They look pretty
open
cool.
hands.
Yeah. And then after that, I went into these little pauldron dudes, and I backfilled with putty because it's just a hollow. Ooh, let's get up into the camera, Brian. It was all hollow, so I just filled it in with epoxy putty. And it has these like two little boosters that are supposed to be there, and there was two that were molded in there that were just like teeny tiny, and they didn't look good, and it was just, you know, it's SD. So I cut those out, filed it all down, added in a couple of these heat press threaded inserts for plastic that I got off of McMaster Car. If you guys aren't familiar with McMaster Car, we can talk about it more. Ask me a question either in the comments or here in the chat. If I see it, I'll try and find something better. The chat or the comments are probably better because I can drop you a link or direct you directly to where to go. But so I added in these heat set inserts for these nice little brass knurled dudes that never want to focus. and then I added in on the end these thruster bells that I got out of those Macross extra parts, the super parts add-on kits.
That might have been what you were messing with last time. I feel like we were talking about Macross parts.
Gluing that stuff together? Okay. So there's that, and then I added in on the shoulder, there's supposed to be a vent or some sort of thruster vent inside the pauldron. So I added that and then filled out with some styrene tubing that just cut the shape and then like filed in and glued in place behind it to kind of like fill it out between that and where the polycat for the outer pauldron chills. And then we got these much more detailed Senaju arms. As this probably one of the only parts on the kit you're going to really see when the whole thing is done is like the arms, the torso, like the head, I guess the boosters on the back, but like you're not going to see any of the lower parts. So I'm not really like going to town on the legs or doing any free extending or anything weird like that. All right, so from there, now if I keep going through all this stuff, then I'm not going to have anything to talk about tomorrow night. I guess I'll have to work on something else. So then,
I'm sure you don't have any other projects, right?
Building up. I'm none that I can talk about. So I'm working on these shoulder pauldrons, and I cranked these up to 11 because they need to be pointier. They're really super duper short. They're maybe only like just not very tall. Let me get something that's better to measure with here. They're maybe like about this tall, somewhere in here. They're super duper short. So I wanted to extend those up, make them real pointy and angular. I took off the emblem on the back skirt and then backfilled the mounting port for this like giant floppy halo that can go on it when it's doing its like big Xeon thing. But that's not going to go on there anyways. I'll replace the emblem on that eventually. I guess I got to do some more work on those too there. And then I've been working on the skirt. So right now I'm working on the underskirt and dealing with like some finer details on that. I'm not going to go and show on about that right now because I haven't figured out exactly what I'm doing. So I'm not going to talk about it. That's me right now.
Very cool. You'll see a lot of. I think I've seen a lot of custom or worked on SD Neo Xeons.
It's like one of the better BB Century SD kits. Maybe one of the best. I don't know. I got this guy too. I got this one for Christmas. The Banshee. I could have made it a Banshee-yong. If I wanted to. I didn't think about that until after I already started doing all that work on the Sinanju, and I was like,
not going back.
Nope. We're in too deep. There's no going back.
Kyle says here, we just sent out notices to all project owners that our construction sites will remain open. That's good.
Nice.
Sweet.
Very nice. Yeah. I had a site. Actually, the whole building closed down on me. So, for whatever reason, it's closed down until further notice. I was supposed to go and do some repair work on a couple of furniture items that we had dropped off at a residence.
Yeah, I've had a couple of vendors call me and say like, "Oh, we got, are we allowed to work?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not, messing with my employees, I'm good with it." They're like, "Oh, sweet, because we got kicked off, some other job site, so we can push you guys up on the schedule." Perfect.
Yeah, I think we've got some work that's come into our shop because we are still open.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the same sort of deal. Let's see. 3 steets. Gotta get that 3 steets.
3 steets to the wind.
Hey.
I do not feel like it's working.
What?
Max says, then you're going to hollow out the chest and put a tiny Sinanju inside, right?
Yeah, no.
Probably not.
Probably not going to be doing that. I do like your creativity, though, as always. Like Sinanjuception, and then I should just get the HG Neo Xeon, and then hollow out the chest of that and put this whole thing inside that whole thing.
Yeah.
Xeon inside the Xeon. So how many of these here? Oof. It's like, what size is this crap? 1 millimeter half round.
Why are you not?
And I'm gonna try to
cut out the other one and see how that
sand
goes.
the end of it round. Pull out your big boy specs, ladies and gentlemen. This shit's about to get interesting. Actually, it's probably just
going in.
Hang on to your butts. Another great Jurassic Park line. Right along with didn't say the magic word.
Please. Okay, so I clearly did something wrong on this one. Shocking, I know.
One of his Corona packages in the Discord. Well. Let's take a little sneaky poo on the sides here.
There we go. Corona packages?
Oh my. It is a RX 1.4 Gundam TR6 Hayden Play 2 Raw.
Ooh.
Tra-la-la. What is this other?
I partook in some adult beverages on Sunday and ordered that. I can't even think of the 1/72nd scale GPO3 from that third party company.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. It's been a long time since we've seen these colors, Paul.
Yeah.
Welcome back, buddy.
Don't drink in eBay, or actually don't Facebook in this instance. Don't drink and go on Samuel Decal's site.
Well, you know, Samuel's site is pretty righteous. So, all right, got out the super duper high end God Hands tweezers. Ooh, only God Hands thing I know is tweezers, and to apply these teeny tiny little bits of styrene. Oop. Don't breathe. This is why James is always so calm, because you have to be calm when you're dealing with this tiny little crap, and he's always dealing with tiny little crap. By James, I mean Nozaka Boy, for those either.
Okay.
Probably tell who the fuck I'm talking about.
Oop.
As the Kool-Aid man would say. Oh, yeah.
The other box is the Faz, also pre-ordered way back. Very nice.
Sick.
It's a nice size box.
That is a heavy box, man.
Yeah, it's
I
well
just
packed.
Yeah, 40 runners. So says Team Awful's Adam. Is that too tall?
It's pretty cool that that's a regular release too, because I really easily could have seen them doing that as P Bandai.
Oh yeah, that'd be a bummer as a P-Band though. Oh,
Yeah.
Do more. Sorry, this is what ideas
What's up,
sound
Alex?
like.
Unicorn
Alex?
Crunch Time. That's my favorite cereal. Yeah, Alex is hanging out with us.
Well,
How's it going, bud?
Welcome to the party, Mr. Doof.
How's everything over there? Calming down yet?
They're doing better than us.
Probably a few weeks ahead.
Considering we've had cases at the same time.
I was reading a little bit today about, like, you know, I guess in the last 24 or 48 hours, whatever it's been, China hasn't had any new cases. Yeah. But I was reading a little bit about their quarantine procedure. I guess they were going door to door and like checking if you had a temperature, and then if you had a temperature, they were taking you to, you know, let's call it a hospital, but I don't know if that's exactly the truth, and giving you the corona test and a CT scan, I guess, for your lungs. And if you tested positive, they were quarantining you, like throwing you in some kind of stadium or something. They had to live there for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like lepers.
Sure.
I was like, man, that's one way to...
Well, you know, when you've got like that totalitarian control.
Yeah. That's some way we could...
I don't necessarily think that that's the most humane way of doing it, but it is.
It'll work.
You cannot deny it.
That seems to have worked.
Yeah, drink.
Cruel but effective.
I mean, I know that's only a seltzer, but anything is anything at this point.
Is it a hard seltzer or a soft seltzer?
It is a hard seltzer. Is there any other kind of seltzer?
I have a buddy of mine. He's a bartender, and he's the kind of guy, like, he doesn't even drink beer. It's always like hard liquor.
Sure.
And my wife had one. We were hanging out with them last week, and my wife had some kind of hard seltzer. I can't remember. Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, I like those." And I was like, "Really? You?" you like hard seltzer? Like, I don't know. I just don't pin you for that kind of guy. He's like, yeah, it goes great with vodka. I was like,
I believe that, like, truth.
yeah.
I could see certain flavors I could see going pretty decent with gin too. Like there's a lemon lime one that would go pretty decent with gin. If you just put a little bit in there though, you can't like vodka's different because it's super flat. Gin has that juniper flavor to it, so you can't really fuck with it too much.
Yeah.
Maybe this raspberry would be good with it too. Gin and raspberry is pretty decent. But vodka is totally different. The reason I don't even think about vodka is because Colleen is allergic to that stuff. So we don't even think about that here in the house. Yeah. So
I don't think that's what they were designed for, bud.
I don't know, man. Like the chicks I used to hang out with back in the day, way back in the day, would put like vodka in their wine coolers and shit, you know? Because it's like a wine cooler's all right. I mean, it tastes good. They don't like the taste of beer, but there's not enough like oomph in a wine cooler to do the trick. So just turn it up a little bit. So the way that this project I'm working on right now sounds, I think that I'm going to end up needing to make like at least 60 of these teeny tiny little parts.
Awesome.
Yeah. So you're going to be looking at my smiling face this whole time because this is not exciting.
See, that hand just goes in there. That hand just kind of like claw hand just kind of like sits in there, huh? It doesn't just what? Interesting.
Sure about that? Let me
Nope.
get mine.
Nope, not at all. Not at all sure.
Hang on a second. Let me get mine. It's easy to get.
Brian, look at the meme channel.
Uh-oh, okay.
Or I'm looking up the meme channel right now as we speak, Alex.
Uh-oh. Stein?
Mute it up.
Pretty, this is a big kid.
Get down to the bottom here.
Look at how tall this damn thing is.
It's a big boy.
It is gorgeous. All right. Oh yeah, the hands. That's right. The yeah, I forgot about that. So the hands eject from the forearm.
Number of cases of coronavirus in North Korea: 8, 1, 8, 10, 0, 9, 23, 1, 9, 30, 0, 11, 58, 1, 12, 4, 0. For here, we had West Virginia had no cases for like, I think they just got their first case. I'm pretty sure it's because they didn't know how to post to the internet, but. What do we, what's the verdict on the hands?
Of course. I see what you're saying. So the hands.
Do they just kind of like pull out?
Have strength to them. There's like a.
Well, there's not like, yeah, they don't just pop out or anything, but like what holds them in is just like friction.
Yeah, they have this like little keyed component on the inside there. And then, yeah, it's just friction. There's no polycap or anything like that. Yeah, it just squeezes in and boot.
Yeah, considering like how much of this kit is made out of polycaps, I just thought that was interesting.
Oh, I mean, well, hey, it is a Re 100. What do you want?
Yep. Better than nothing, right?
Exactly. Wow, this is disgusting. I'm going to put it back before I try to clean it.
Oui.
Back to sleep, little muggle kid.
It's holding it down in the back of the top row with the Turn X.
Oh, that's a kit I don't have that I want.
Big boys. Yeah. I wouldn't mind getting myself a Turn A one of these days, but
I have the Turn A. I haven't built it, but
yeah, I just have the X and that one gold sumo. I know you got the special sumos. We talked about that last week.
Yeah.
Now that Alex is here.
Sumos. Yeah, I got Alex's special sumos in the box.
Nib.
Nib. New inbox.
Whoop, whoop. All right.
For guessing how many plates of sushi he was going to eat.
Yeah, and you did quite well. That's quite the gift for guessing something so incredibly random. The prize, I should say. Oh yeah, because I think I just amped up the amount of these I'm gonna end up having to do.
I can't remember. Was it like a live thing or were?
Yep. I don't think it was live. I think we had to. I don't remember. I think we had to guess on live, and then he went and then did it, and then you were the one that won.
That's a big piece. Starting on the shoulders now. The big mamma jammas.
It's one of my favorite parts of that kit.
Some big old pieces of plastic.
Cool ass shoulders.
These is the runner. Shucks. I like they basically build everything two at a time on this kit.
Yeah, it's a very symmetrical build.
For being so odd, it's strange that it's so symmetrical.
Oddly symmetrical.
Oddly symmetrical.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna end up making a lot more than I thought.
Whoop.
It's alright. I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm stuck at home.
Quarantine.
Well, not exactly quarantine, but like I'm gonna go to the grocery store. Well, maybe go out if the weather's nice enough. Maybe go
I mean,
walk.
if there's anything at the grocery store, but
Yeah, I mean, all the delis are stocked up, crazy out here, and we're just gonna go check out like the fish selection.
we've had like some food shortages too, which has
We
been
don't have
kind of
food
strange.
shortages like really out here. I mean, sometimes you go into the grocery store and they're out of stock because somebody made a run on it, and it's like, oh fuck, who the fuck took all the frozen peas? This doesn't even make any sense. Who took all the sriracha? Are you seriously? All the sriracha? All of it?
I had a problem with we went to the supermarket over the weekend. I couldn't get produce like at all. I was like, I mean, why would you stock up on that? It only lasts so long.
No, Colleen had the same thing where she went and like was going to go buy produce on Monday when I was at work, and she went into the store. She had to go into her office to get some like networking stuff so that she can work from home. And then when she was on her way home, she stopped quickly into the grocery store, and it was just like no veggies at all. It's just
it was a strange. I was like, why? I mean, I can see like non-perishable items, but what the hell did you buy all the bananas for?
No shit, right? Yeah, bananas are gonna
what the hell are you gonna do with them?
They're good for like 10 days or something. They're like, oh, then we're gonna make banana bread.
Maybe, yeah. I mean,
it's okay.
My mom, it's just her and my dad at home. You know, like my sister lives up there. I don't live in the house, obviously. And she called me the other day. She's like, I got 60 eggs. I'm like, why did you buy 60 eggs? I don't know.
I mean, they'll keep for like a month, but
yeah, but like, I mean, that for two people, like
60 eggs.
She's like, yeah, I guess I'll make a lot of egg salad. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ.
But still, my God, the farts.
Yeah. Like I was like, but if I had to eat 60 eggs by the time I got done with all 60, I would never want to have eggs again.
I need all the peas, says Jeff. Oh my God. Damn, Jeff says he placed a grocery order at Walmart 2 days ago, and the earliest pickup time is next Monday. So 2 days ago was Tuesday. That's a long time, but all right. I mean, like, hey, if they're guaranteed to have your shit, then tight.
Yeah, if you can get by until then.
Sure.
Hopefully.
I super stocked up on ramen. I've been loving this Nissan fake tonkatsu. It's like a synthetic tonkatsu, or it's like basically simulated tonkatsu ramen, and it's so amazingly good.
Really?
Every time I eat a bowl of it, I'm like, just like it's like real ramen. Fools my American brain.
I love tonkatsu is my favorite.
Dude, and I know, right? And it's like you went to a place and got really good tonkatsu. Just throw a couple mushrooms in there and like a soft boiled egg, and you're fucking set. I mean, that's more. You don't even need that. You just eat the package as it is. Shit's so good. It has this like special noodle that's like made in 3 layers, so that it cooks to be like perfect, like noodle thick firmness when you cook it. It's so good.
I will have to research this.
It's technology. I'll send you a link. Because I'm gonna end up having to buy more. I know it. Well, I only got 6 that I already ate, so they have more than just tonkatsu. They have miso too, and Colleen said the miso sauce was delicious. So. And I got it on Amazon.
What can't you get on Amazon? Maybe toilet paper right now. I think Amazon. I saw Amazon yesterday was hiring like 100,000 people.
Great.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, them Bezos, you rich bastard.
Yeah.
Was that crap I saw from Elon Musk this morning? They're like, "Oh, yeah, we'll start making ventilators when they're in a shortage." So when it's too late, basically.
Yeah.
Then you'll start making ventilators. Funny thing is, there's already a shortage, so I don't know.
Yeah, I it was actually on a sports show. Nonetheless, they had a doctor, and she's like a infectious disease something or another. I can't remember what her actual title was. But he asked her, I thought it was a good question, like, how is America responding compared to other parts of the world? And she said, what we're really lacking in is like the test kits. Like in other parts of the world, even like much lesser countries than us, they got all that stuff out to their people super quick compared to what we are.
Yeah, we've had cases in the States as long as South Korea, so there's no excuse. There's none. And the reason that we don't have the numbers is because we haven't had tests. And the only reason we have numbers like we have now is because they started testing people, and it's going to go fucking nuts as soon as they really start testing everyone. It's going to be really scary, and I'm trying to be positive about all this. So,
yeah, like I said, they've had quite a few cases now where people have tested positive and they're asymptomatic.
Yeah, exactly. Like you were saying, the asymptomatic cases, and just people that just carry it.
Yeah, or people that it's like, it's just a cold,
Yeah, I mean, shit. I hope. I mean, I don't know. I had a cold earlier this week. Hopefully that's not me. I don't get sick.
You're a carrier.
No, I don't think so. But that's the thing. Like, how the fuck do you know?
You don't.
Gosh, it'd be great if I could get tested.
Yeah, right. We had some first responders, not where I work, but in like a couple of cities north of me, and I guess this guy from Italy called 911, and the first responders came out, and they asked people on the phone, like, do you think this is coronavirus, or have you been exposed to coronavirus, and all that stuff? And it doesn't mean they're not coming. It just means they change, the protocol. Well, the guy said, no. Well, they get there. It's an Italian guy. He's been diagnosed with coronavirus. So the first responders did not have like the appropriate, personal protection stuff for that.
Their thing.
Right.
Like, yeah, I'm
first
on all the regulations.
So they were, let's get them tested right away. Like, let's make that a priority to get our first responders tested. So, okay, well, let's schedule it as soon as we can, April 14th.
My goodness. That's
I was like, well, shit, even if they have it, you might as well just assume they have it, Yeah,
exactly. Golly. What a mess, dudes. What a mess, my dudes. So I have, let's see, what is my grand total here? it looks like I have cut
7.
No. Come on, Paul. I got the chopper. I got the chopper on my side. Let's see. I have done 1, and I've cut enough for doing. I've cut enough to do half of what I need to do. Actually, no, I take that back. To do 25% of what I need to do. Off to a great start. But if it's any consolation to the folks at home, the next parts that I'm going to be cutting are smaller.
Working on shoulders.
What can you expect? I got this swanky hat the other day in the mail. It's Chris Pabs. You guys might know that wild and crazy guy out in Chicago building the Raison. Grab one on his store. You can get it for, I can't remember how much you paid for, like $25, $30, something like that. Super nice hat, not gonna lie. Stitching quality on the embroidered front, super duper nice. All of the lines, the seaming is all really, really straight. It's really, really good. It is a big hat. So Alex, if you get one, it will fit your head. I swear.
Big head.
Oh, I know that he doesn't have like a small little head. And it will look good on it. So
that's for you, big head.
Right. Know what goes in big head? Big brain. All right, before I get too far ahead of myself, I'm sitting here looking at like 30 something pieces. I better stop and just sand for a second before I get too far ahead of myself.
Holy stuff! That's a lot of. This is a lot of thrusters.
Oh no, they're just little teeny tiny details. When you're scratch building, everything you got to make it all from scratch. So.
No, I'm talking about these the shoulders here.
Oh, because I'm going to say I'm currently working on 12 individual thrusters that I'm scratch building. So
I'm just clearing mine out.
You're just dealing with the hammer. You're dealing with hammer time.
And hammer time. Melon head.
Jeez, Jeff. Oh, goodness. Live at the Workbench with Paul and Brian does not endorse the statements made by Jeff.
I'm just going to build these one at a time instead of trying to build them. Wait, what's going on here? Isn't there like a...
Just trying to get some like pre-wedding Andy Alex beef things going on here. Speaking of which, isn't Alex supposed to be starting some live streams again soon?
I don't know. Is he? That'd be great.
Yeah, I know you've been a little bit absent from the Discord, but he was talking about it. I think at the end of last week or earlier this week, something like that.
That would be cool. I'd like to see that.
Oh yeah, no, the us weirdo online community guys really miss Alex being around out in the wild, not just moderating for Zach. And
is he going to build again?
I don't know. Who knows? He's another wild and crazy guy. Next. Boink. What?
What?
I say you were talking smack on Alex. That's what I was saying. That's pretty tight. Should probably not do that. too late now.
Two more thrusters. Okay. I think I got everything I need. I feel like I concocted something up here. Never mind. Is it a thruster race?
Ain't no race, man. Fun till May. That's the mantra we're going on. As far as Pabs and Julio and Child of Mecca, Tim and myself are concerned, it's fun till May.
Fun till May.
Yeah, it's like I said last time. I think I said last time that they're doing the same thing we're doing, so it's like a
yeah. You guys are doing like a round robin kind of.
Well, sort of. Technically, Tim and Pabs are going against each other solely, but you know, there's an unspoken side challenge. But it's not really a challenge because, like, basically every day I update Pabs with what I did, so it's not really like it's a competitive challenge. We're just having fun, really enjoying it for what it's worth. You know,
if someone were to do do something shady on a build like that, no, I don't think you have anything to worry about. Like someone stealing ideas.
Not a thing. I don't even think there's pride. I don't even care. There's not. If there shouldn't be a.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
I'll probably.
It's all in good fun.
I might even because I think what Tim's gonna do. Oh no! Come back.
Jeff says GBWC 2020 happening or not?
Oh fuck, man! I like my build. I started on it, and then when all this stuff hit the super fan, it went right on the back burner.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna throw something together for USA Gundam's thing.
Yeah, you should.
I'll probably wait just to. I don't know if they've announced it. I haven't. This week's been kind of wild, but if they've announced exactly what it is they're doing, I know they said details coming.
Oh no, they totally said it. Yeah, they have a mecha modeling competition or whatever. Not competition, but a festival or a convention that's going on down there.
Yeah, I got the basics of it, but I didn't know.
Oh, you mean particulars? I'm sorry.
Yeah, like what they were looking for, like what kind of if it was a contest, or just more like an IPMS style.
Right.
What kind of categories? That kind of stuff, just to narrow down what it is I want to build. But I think I'm gonna go for that.
Nice.
This year, so just something to bring. Not really categories, but not like I wouldn't bring something.
Yeah, I'm not sure quite what's going down for that.
But I think it's highly possible that GBWC doesn't happen. When is the first leg?
Pretty soon.
You know what? I could also see them just not doing doing all online entries. They could, do something like that, and it really wouldn't.
Oh, I suppose. Yeah.
It's not ideal, but it could still be done.
Mm-hmm. True.
But, hopefully by the time the world stage one is up, they don't have to worry about it too much anymore. It's kind of past us at that point.
I read an article today that doesn't look too favorable upon this being run its full course until a very, 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 very long time from now.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know I have a friend in the medical field. She works for a local hospital, and she said they're basically planning for 70% of the population to get this.
Yeah.
Like they think it's gonna happen. What they're trying to control is that it's not 70% at once.
Right.
So they, because then they can't. It's
Do
too much to handle. It would suck to win your country, but can't travel to Japan. Yeah, I think at this point, like Japan's probably in, better shape and more contained than the U.S. is.
Oh yeah, they're
And other like Italy, especially.
Yeah, Italy's in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No doubt. But let's see, OMC is still going on, so I guess I gotta start that. I haven't actually done anything. I'm not going to do anything as ridiculous.
When does that? They're doing? Is that the same thing? They're basically all this year.
What do you mean? Yeah, it's
When-
October 31st is when it's over. So it's the deadline. So I'll be building something for that, but nothing nearly as grandiose as I did last year. I'm going to focus on doing something that's a little bit more concise and controlled. Is a good way to say it, I think. Start OMC on Labor Day. I don't know about that, but what's that, like September? I don't think so.
Challenge accepted.
Yikes.
Oh, where the hell did it go? It's so tiny. Wait, there it is.
Oh wow.
One shoulder done.
Oh, it's a different one. Well,
Fuck
you're
me.
the new one now. You're the boy now, dog.
Let's go.
Just use more.
Damn. These little things popped out. Not really crazy about that design. Nope. I think I'm gonna lose this.
Let's see if I get this to stick to my finger.
If you would please stay in there, I'd appreciate that.
In case you were curious how big these things are, they're about this big right now. And the next batch is going to be about half that size. Maybe 2/3. We shall see. But yeah, if GBWC went to an online format, I mean, I don't see why they couldn't do something along those lines.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not ideal, but the other option is it doesn't exist at all. So
True. And I mean, I suppose like if they did do a thing where you had to, you went to fly to Japan to go to the ceremony or something like that, maybe you would have to like have tests and papers and stuff like that to prove that you're safe to travel. And then if you can't travel, then maybe you have to send an agent, a liaison of sorts, or something along those lines in your place. One of those things. It's just going to be weird. Nobody knows what this is going to lead to and how we're going to all end up having to deal with it in the long run. So I guess we all just kind of like got to take it day by day. And
I think if they do the legs online, they buy themselves some time to make that determination later too. Like worst comes to worst, it's always on, all of it's online. You still win. I mean, and you don't get to go to Japan, or maybe they give you like a trip to Japan to see your kit, next year or something like that.
Yeah, right. Maybe, yeah. Then maybe like 2021 is a blowout or something,
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
I mean, like I said, the alternatives, although it sucks, the alternatives is that it doesn't happen at all.
Yeah, exactly. So, hey, in a way, anything is better than nothing,
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, it's definitely, a letdown from everyone outside of Japan, I'm sure. And I'm sure even people in Japan that you win that year and you don't actually get to go.
Oh, yeah, totally. Right? Or you go and it's an empty ceremony.
Yeah. But you can get flights hella cheap right now.
That's what they say.
I don't remember if Japan is on the, I forget what they call that, like level 3. I don't think it is, actually.
Yeah.
I think South Korea is. I know China obviously is. Italy is, and then I feel like it's Iran is the other one.
Yeah, Ron's had it pretty bad from what I hear.
I don't know who the hell's going to Iran from
People
China.
from Iran. I mean, there are Iranians in the States.
But I mean, I'm vacationing in Iran.
Oh, well, I mean, like I said, people, I wouldn't know about that, but there are people that would go or whatever, potentially.
Oopsies.
Yeah, it's not my number one travel destination for sure.
No, it's pretty low on the list for me.
Yep.
You know, Iran and probably Kazakhstan. You know, it's
Oh, but I hear they have the best potassium.
huge uranium museum there. It's great.
You get to touch it, handle live parts. Ooh, it makes my fingers tingle.
Just use more putty, is what Jeff says.
Yeah, I said that before when you said it, but it's been a while. Chat's pretty slow right now.
That's all right. It's
We're talking about somber shit, so it's not really.
yeah.
Wow. Very exciting live of the Workbench. Holy shit, guys. Sorry.
Current events.
It's a current events show. Boo.
Booey.
Wow. All right. I don't know if the neighbors upstairs are just going stir crazy or what, but somebody's been like walking around with heavy shoes on for a while now.
I'm sure.
Earlier they were just like one side of the house, other side of the house, one side of the house, other side of the house. It's like walking around in high heels or something. So you put on a show? What's going on with their kids?
I gotta get out of here.
Maybe.
I can understand. I mean, although I have plenty to keep me busy for if I had to stay home for 14 days, like, you know, it's tough.
Oh yeah, I totally have plenty to keep me busy.
There was a meme I saw on, I think it was Facebook, about scale modelers and like 14-day quarantines.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just about we could, you know.
Yeah, you can imagine what it says.
Yeah.
14, one of us
14 days would be perfect.
We're used to this.
Yeah.
Boy, Colleen sent me one the other day and was like, when you find out that your like normal social habits are classified as quarantine.
Oh yeah. Is that the one where it's like the comic-y character and he looks to the side kind of?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah, I saw that one too. Yeah. I was reading today that I think it was Universal is looking at just, you know, since movie theaters are basically closed, you know, for the foreseeable future anyway, they're going to just release their stuff straight to on demand.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Or like, you know, buy or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like not like where it's, you know, you can rent it through either your cable provider or, you know.
Yeah, not like doing with a streaming service or anything.
No, not on Netflix, but like.
Or like linking to like whatever, Apple.
Yeah, but you can rent it for $8 or something like that, or buy it for 20 instead of having to go to the movie theater.
Cool.
Which I'm sure they probably make out about the same anyway, you know.
Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't do it if they were going to like at least draw an even sort of situation from it. Gotta have that profit, baby.
And movie theater's so damn expensive anyway. It's like,
Well, I mean, that's because the only way they make their money is on like concessions and shit. Like the movie price, the ticket price you pay, all goes to the movie house, not the house, but the production company, the film.
Right.
The only thing that the movie theaters make money on is concessions. So all that money you pay for all that high end ticket, and you're like, I'm not gonna buy concessions because I paid so much to go to this fucking movie. It's like, well, you're not helping.
I heard rent was $20. You're talking about renting a movie, Jeff? I'm assuming. I mean, not to say I will do it, but if let's say it's a movie I really wanted to see, and my wife and I were going to the theater, it was minimum going to be $20 anyway.
Yeah, pretty easy.
So I would, it would have to. It's the same rate I would go to movie theater. The movie theater, which is not often.
Jeff says that's $30 Canadian. No thanks. Here's the deal. Colleen and I haven't watched movies for so long. We have this like huge library of stuff that we have yet to watch that is all almost 10 years old. So
right.
Up to that long ago. So like we were just talking about it earlier today. Like, oh, we're gonna have like one day we'll do like a Guardians of the Galaxies binge where like neither of us has seen the second Guardians of the Galaxies movie, but we own both of them because I just buy things compulsively, and or whatever.
I can relate.
Yeah. I know you can, Mr. 1 to 72nd scale GPO 3.
I don't even know the brand. It's
then you're gonna know the quality is right on the mark.
It looked like Mechanicore, but it's not.
Oh, no. Didn't they come out and they were like, no, not us.
No, we didn't do that. But it's got a very similar aesthetic. Yeah, my wife and I have like a huge, especially we have the same thing with TV shows too. Like, oh, we're gonna watch that together. We just cannot watch TV shows together.
Mm-hmm.
She falls asleep after 15 minutes, and
right.
I binge watch till 3 o'clock in the morning. So
right. Yeah, I hear you.
That's why I've watched so much anime in the last year, because she doesn't want to watch it anyway. So
yeah, it's easy. You can just watch it. With us, it's been a little bit weird because we're both home because I was a little bit ill and I've just been on my own personal self quarantine for a couple of days just to make sure I'm legit, and which I am. And she's working from home, so like she has to get up in the morning and like go to work essentially, which is on the couch in front of her computer, marketing and all that kind of stuff. But I sleep in, and it's been kind of nice. I've actually been getting decent rest. Which I've been depriving myself of for a very long time. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't deprive yourself of decent rest. You should always try to get a good amount of sleep. I know it doesn't always work out, but you should try because your body deserves it, and your brain does too. Part of your body. Drink some.
All right. We are. Oh, shit. He's falling over.
Oh, shit.
Shit. He's shouldered up. Big old shoulders. How the hell did he fall off there? He's kind of top heavy right now because I got no legs. He's got no legs.
No legs. But you love her just the same.
Eileen.
I've just been making all these old school Bloodhound Gang references lately that nobody gets. There's an old song off of Use Your Fingers that's "You Ain't Got No Legs, but I Love You Just the Same." It's a love song.
Everyone would probably, I know the one song, everyone knows.
Which one song is that? Fire, Water, Burn?
I can't think of it now. No, the one where they're in the monkey suits.
Animals?
Yeah, there you go.
You and me, baby.
Ain't nothing but mammals.
Yep.
What? It's this? What the hell?
or what's it called? Maybe it's called the Discovery. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but yeah, that's actually pretty late in their musical library.
Getting ready to build these legs, and I'm noticing the feet take longer than the legs.
The feet are quite a thing.
The legs are like real quick. Didn't notice that before.
Yeah.
So,
on that old album, they have a tribute to Falco, which is pretty rad. Is that? No, it's on the next. That's in the next one. That's on Mope. Oh, that's called Mope. Sorry.
I will. I'm
Oh, I have more. I'm more than halfway. Or I'm sorry. I'm more than 25% of the way done. Yay! Well, I mean, with cutting the parts, I still have to sand them down and glue them on. But I'm getting there. We are getting there.
Oh.
We got a presidential thumb of approval out.
'80s shoulders. That's right. He's
they're right.
Shoulders up.
I love them.
Yeah, I like the.
Did you pick up the what is that one? The one's very similar to this, but it's the Rosen style.
The Rosen Zulu.
Yeah, pick up the resin. No, the resin one. It's not a Rosen Zulu, though, is it?
The model name is Rosen Zulu.
It's the Rosen Zulu. Okay.
I guess you could call it the Resin Zulu.
Because
that was cheesy. I did not, but I really like that kit.
Nobody's keeping score, man. Yeah, that one looks pretty good. I like someday I might like to get that one.
I think that it's based on the Sinanju, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think that's what it uses as a base kit.
Well, it's not. I don't think it's not in the Sinanju book. So
no. But I mean, I think that it's a conversion kit. It's not a full resin kit. It's a conversion using the Sinanju.
Oh, using the Sinanju base. Got you.
Yeah, the frame. Yeah.
Got you. Yeah, because they have like Sinanju and the backstory and variants. They actually have like the Jagdoga, and I think that they pull in. I know obviously they have the Neo's Young in here. The Stein is actually featured in here quite a lot. They have, the Sazabi is in here, and then this version of the new. I don't know if I showed this one before, but let's pull this back. Mm-hmm. You guys have seen that one before. It's a weird. It seems weird to me that that's the new Gundam, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it actually looks a lot like the narrative in that.
Yeah, I know. I thought it
like
looked
with some panels missing.
Yeah, I thought that this looked a lot more like the narrative than the Zulu, because that NT was on Gundam Info recently.
Yeah,
now it's gone. But when it was on, I watched it a couple times, thankfully, and I
liked it. I don't think Jeff cared for it, but
it was okay. The animation in the faces was kind of dumb. I felt like it could have been a couple of movies because a lot of the story was just kind of like glossed over. There was too many characters that didn't have anything to do with anything, but still had parts. So I feel like they could have like outlined it a bit more.
Yeah,
I would have liked to seen a little bit more of like Zoltan's thing, as opposed to him just being like shoehorning a Char clone. Ooh, let's make him fancy.
Well,
he's got.
Listen, it can't be a Gundam series without shoehorning a Char clone in there. So I don't know what you want. Is it Gundam?
Tell me what these titties are gonna do. I don't know. Jiggle. Boom! A chick falls in my lap. Suddenly, I'm a producer.
It was pretty good. It was I think that might have been the first thing I saw in the theater to Gundam related, and that was really cool.
That is pretty tight, though, yeah. I got to see at Anime NYC. I got to see Thunderbolt Bandit Flower for the first time. American dub, which was tight. That was like kind of theater style. And I saw the opening of NT at again at Anime NYC.
Mm-hmm. I actually I dragged my wife to the movies to watch NT, and she's not a big, like, she doesn't like anime. She doesn't like Gundam particularly. And she's one of those people, like, if a movie is not extremely interesting to her, she will fall asleep in the movie theater. And she stayed awake through the whole thing. And she was like, actually, it was, pretty entertaining. I mean,
Nice.
shouldn't know what was really going on, but
Doesn't matter. That's the thing is you shouldn't have to know exactly what's going on. Like, you shouldn't have to like put in 40 years of like anime watching to get to be able to just go and watch it OVA or something. Like, you walking into Shard's counterattack, not knowing it in the background, you're going to be a little bit lost.
oh yeah, dude, you were like, what's going on? Who's this guy?
This is true.
Who's this clown?
I think I actually saw Char's counterattack before I actually watched all of original UC Gundam.
Yeah, I think I had to watch CCA twice, even not all of it, but like especially there's that huge part where he is like sitting there drinking and he's like reflecting on a lot of stuff that happened. I had to watch that part like twice. I was like, wait, did I miss something? What's going on here?
This is back in time. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while, so I should watch it.
They put that was actually in theaters not too long ago.
Yes, it was.
I missed that.
Yeah, I missed it too. I've missed everything.
I didn't make it to that. My wife and I were trying to go see that movie. Is it Weathering with You or Weathering with Me? I can't remember which. It's like that guy makes. I forget. I can't think of his name right now, but he's made like he made like Your Name, A Silent Voice. They're all like kind of love story animes, but we were gonna go on a date night and see that, and then we just didn't end up making it.
Oh, yeah, I'm not familiar with that. We don't go out. Like, Colleen and I don't go out to movies and stuff. Like, we'll go out to dinner and we'll go have a couple drinks somewhere or something.
Yeah, I think that's what we ended up doing instead. Dinner and drinks instead. Tired, bailing out. Stay safe and maintain distance. Good night. Good night, Jeff.
Jeff, thanks for stopping by, man.
Social distancing.
If you're interested, Jeff, tomorrow night we have Mechanism. So stop on by Tim's channel.
Especially because everyone should be home.
Yep. We're switching it up. We're doing Mechanism every week now. So I'm pulling dual duty streams Thursday, Friday.
Double duty.
For the foreseeable future.
Double prizes.
Oh. Yeah, and it's funny because we were talking about watching movies. Colleen and I just decided that we were gonna like, oh, we should totally watch a movie. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna watch a movie later. Like, okay, cool. And then I was like, fuck, I'm dreaming.
I was actually watching that. What we were talking about earlier. I was watching Eureka. I don't know. It seems weird to say that. Eureka 7. It's the same thing when you texted me. I was like, oh yeah, Thursday. That's right.
Yep. New bat time, same bat channel. But I think we're going to try and catch a movie in the early evening or in the late afternoon tomorrow together. Just we'll sit down, chill out time.
Man.
Get away from our phones and just try and relax and watch something cool. Our plan is to watch Dr. Sleep.
What is it?
Dr. Sleep?
Huh?
Dr. Sleep.
What is that?
The sequel to The Shining.
Oh, I'm not familiar.
Really?
I'm familiar with The Shining, but
yeah, it's the book. It was the follow-up to The Shining. It's Dr. Sleep. It's about the child. What's his name? Davey or Billy? Danny. Thank you, Colleen. She's right in the other room. She got all the answers. What do you say?
It's King, so.
Oh yeah, of course. I know you love Stephen King, babe. But yeah, so it's the follow-up to The Shining. So he grows up, he becomes like a psychologist or something along those lines.
I'll look into that.
And crazy shit happens because he's got the shine.
Crazy shit always happens with the shine, right?
She used to call it the shine.
I meant to watch it. I've been meaning to watch it for a while. Is the new It?
Oh right, I haven't seen that either. I've heard.
I love the original movie and the book.
Yeah, which are a little bit different from each other, from my understanding.
Yeah. They are. They are. They are.
I'm almost. There we go. It's the last little guy.
Woo!
So tiny. So tiny you can't even see it on the screen almost. Just looks like a little chicklet of hate.
You know what else actually they released? I've seen it. I might actually buy or rent it weekend. Is they released the newest Star Wars movie early, and I did not see that in the theater.
Which one's that?
The last of the newest trilogy.
Oh, yeah.
Skywalker something or another.
Oh yeah, Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, so they released it early because of all this.
Yeah, see, we haven't even seen Rogue One.
Rogue One was good.
Force Awakens. I own. What's the other one? Last Jedi.
Last
Jedi. I haven't seen
the Last Skywalker. Whatever. I can't even think of the name right now. Is the first Star Wars movie like since I've been alive that I haven't seen in the theater.
Oh wow!
Actually, not only that. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see the Han Solo movie either in theater. I've seen it, but I didn't watch it in theater. But everything before that, not only did I see it in theater, I think every one of them I've seen on the opening day.
Très chic. I only saw one of the prequels. The first one, Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I remember I was in my 20s and I took a date. It was like, went to see a kids movie. It was weird.
Yeah, those came out. I was in maybe like middle school, maybe. Can't remember. And my mom would actually take me out of school to see them. That was like our little thing.
Hey, buddy, Paul's got a cool ass mom.
She was. She was for that. All these goddamn polycaps.
I've definitely been speaking more with my mother since this whole ordeal started going down with the world.
Yeah. My mom's been calling me a lot more. Do you have enough toilet paper? Yes. Do you need any eggs?
Yeah, she got a handful.
Yes, I will be okay.
She's like, well, I also went out and I bought about 40 pounds of potatoes.
Never have too much potatoes, you know?
And the potato gonna get, and then I suppose if you keep them in the dark. They can't see, all those eyes staring at you every time you walk in the room.
The eyes.
Yeah, that was a pretty corny joke. I'm with the vegetable puns.
Okay. This is by far the strangest leg I've ever built on a model kit.
Yo, the Hamma is a pretty wonko kit, buddy.
Yeah, I think outside, I don't think anything was constructed quite like anything else I've built. You can see why it's definitely an RE, because I don't think they could have used much of it anywhere else. Outside of, I guess, the if they wanted to make a Rosen Zulu. I know it's shares, some stuff.
Sure. Yeah, because the shoulders and stuff like that, but it's a bunch of other weird parts that are
Yeah.
ruined.
No, maybe some of the frame pieces you might be able to swap over.
Yeah, it's true. All right, there it is, guys. 25%. How long did that take?
Woo! An hour, at least an hour.
Well, it's gonna be worth it.
Sounded real confident there.
Well, it is. I mean, it adds a little like a rib detail, which you can't see because it's super blown out because it's white. But I shade it a little bit. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. A little bit of a rib detail around the edge.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, well,
I'll take one.
Needed something. How about 12? Because I'm making 12.
Perfect.
Excellent. Just what I wanted. All right, I'll mark these ones back here. And then I'll see if I want to add the other $60 parts. Because this little mod that I did here, this is necessary. This I think is absolutely base. This is the bare min that I could have done to this scratch build detail to enhance its flavor.
Scratch buildiness.
Well, I mean, you want it to look good, just like if it just looks like a styrene cone and a shoulder, it just looks like a fucking styrene cone and a shoulder, so it's not very exciting. Just add a little bit of flim flam to it.
Pizzazz.
Top notch. So, I think I will give you the floor because I'm going to go use the restroom and grab another drink and think about what I'm going to do next.
I am putting legs together that I'm still not even sure which way they bend. Quite interesting. I'm not sure it's like that because what do we got here? Yeah, they clearly go around that way. Oh, okay. Get the hose in there. The hose. And a polycap for the ankle joint. I don't like these RE100s with a little slot in the polycap. Not a fan. Quite annoying. If you guys have had any experience with them, but I think all of the 3 or 4 RE kits I've built so far, I'll have the same runner of polycaps, I think. And if it's not identical, it's, hard to tell the difference between them. Good. I guess he's got a little separation in there. It's kind of hard to bend with that wire, though. But that's pretty cool. For an RE, it's got armor separation in the knee. Especially for a guy who doesn't really bend that much. go here. Done with one leg, and then I gotta build 2 legs. I don't think I'm gonna build the feet tonight. So that'll be really all he needs is the feet and the shield and his beam sabers, and he doesn't really have much outside of that. Whoops. Here. Could have been. That would help, right? There we go. It's a really strange leg, I have to say. It is cool, but it is an oddball. There. A lot of this stuff is like big chunks of plastic too. It would have been really cool if some of these inlays were in gray or something like that. I mean, I get it because it's an RE100 and can always be accomplished with paint, but definitely the difference between a master grade and an RE kit. And I'll just put the hip joint on now instead of doing that later. There we go. There's one leg sans foot. One more to go. I'm not really doing a whole lot of cleanup on this. To be real honest, I wasn't real sure what this kit was going to look like seam line wise, so I felt like it might have quite a few. It's actually not that bad, but I just kind of thought to myself, well, I might end up having to glue quite a bit of stuff together anyway, so let's not worry about it too much. I'll go back and sand everything. Glue any seams it might have later. But it goes together pretty good. Like I said, just maybe one or two many polycaps. My only real complaint. Sounds like you're back.
That is definitely an interesting thing to be watching on the TLC there, Mr. Edward. I was being held for a second. Do I have you as admin, Paul, or not?
I don't know. On the YouTube side?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever or I'm sure I have, but I can't recall commenting.
Wow. Hey, why don't you comment hi in the chat so I can make you an admin? That way you can approve.
No, I'm not. Wife is watching something on TLC. Woman has 4 nipples. She wants to remove 2. She have never mind.
Yo no sé, papi. Here we go. How do we do that? Oh, I have to go here. Boom.
Boom.
You are now Medorator.
Sweet.
So you can approve messages. My name is Gunple Paul, and I approve this message. For nipple.
Ultimate power.
Ultimate nipples. Which is more important, ultimate power or ultimate nipples? You know, I think it's once said that with ultimate nipples comes ultimate responsibility.
I think ultimate nipples probably comes ultimate power too.
That's why there's ultimate responsibility.
Mm-hmm. Uncle Ben and Yoda got together and hashed that out.
X.
TLC is a mere shadow of what it once was.
Yeah, right. I used to watch TLC and binge it for like to the point where you would watch the same series of shows. You start to notice a pattern of like the series. You're like, watch them. And the next thing you know, you're like, you kind of notice it because you've been up for, 18 hours or 20 hours or 30 hours or something. And then you just like start to see this pattern form and you're like, wow, have we watched this block? This is the third time we've watched this block of show. What is going on? Like all the windows are like blacked out with blackout blankets and curtains, and every shade is off and every light is on in the house. So it's like you can't tell what's going on, It's really bizarro.
Don't know what time of day it is.
School and sensory deprivation experiments. It does weird things to you. Yeah, me and my buddy once holed up in his place and cracked out canvases and oil paints, and we're like, all right, we're going to oil paint until we can't no more.
I definitely put this together wrong. Son of a bitch.
Those were the days.
You'd think you'd get better at it the second time around, right?
Yeah, no. I've made so many mistakes at this point in my life that that's not true.
I was trying to figure out what I did here. That'd be a good one. Alrighty. Start over.
Did you read?
Nope. Absolutely not.
Well, you know what? You can set your watch by Paul not reading the instructions.
I will not. I'm not doing it.
Pretty regular. I can just figure this out.
I got this.
Of course, I've never been to France before, but I don't need a map. Oh, wait, what's going on in the chat? I'm spacing out. Here we go.
All right. I figured it out. No problem.
What's up? What's up, Zirkai? Welcome to the party. We are partying for about 20 more minutes, maybe a little bit longer, but text comes on at what would be 11:30 our time, 10:30 Central, and what, 8:30 there out on the West Coast?
That's
8:30 on the West Coast. So we are not stepping on toes. That's why we moved to Thursday, in case anyone didn't know, because we were overlapping with Mr. Tim, Child of Mecca, on Wednesdays. And before we couldn't really do this schedule because of the prior constraints with things. So
yeah, and I think when we started, we weren't worried about. I think it might have been before Tim had started.
Yeah, Tim wasn't doing pretty much. But in lieu of all of the recent events going on, if you haven't been paying attention to the various streams that are ramping up and traveling all over the place, there's going to be a whole lot more Hangout live streams coming on for everybody to enjoy and participate in as well. So
yeah,
I've been working on getting some guests lined up that I haven't told Paul about yet, which I'm sure he's probably cool with because Paul's pretty easygoing. And,
I'm good talking to people.
Yeah, believe it or not. And yeah, it's gonna be all right. There's a mechanism every Friday now. I think Tim is streaming every day, if not multiple times a day, because that is what he does full time now, as the effects of the global situation are starting to come to roost in the States here. People's programs are shifting. Their schedules are all changing. Lives are altered. But the best thing we can do is just try to stay calm and keep working on doing the best thing that we can and stay
Keep on
happy
keeping
and healthy.
on.
Trying to keep on keeping on in a way.
I forgot to cut out a part 2. Just batting a thousand.
Blame you and your instructions.
God.
I mean, you can't like skip the instructions for figuring out which parts to
Cut out.
Yeah, because
No, I just look.
you can't be like, I know all the leg parts for this weird randos Zeta. Fuck out of here, double Zeta.
Big leg. Going to bed. Night, Andy. Take it easy, bud.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah.
Right around the corner, brother. We almost
Been
made it.
working on my Calamity build and the custom Grimgird.
Heck yeah.
Awesome stuff.
That's
man.
great. That's for Phil. That's fucking wonderful. This calamity of mine. I sent Phil a bunch of parts. A bag and a half of resin parts that I made. I'm interested. What's that?
The hoses on the back of the leg, they're like not quite hard and not quite soft. I don't know how I feel about them. They're kind of like too stiff to be flexible, but too soft. Hopefully they paint easy enough.
Oh, I don't know. I paint everything and I don't really have too much issue, but I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I'm doing it right. I don't know.
Yeah, I know hosing sometimes can be like, I think maybe more so if you move it around, it'll like flake off.
Yeah, I tend to not. Once it gets painted and assembled and everything, I tend to not go too crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you put it in a pose or two, take a picture, and
try and keep it in its place.
Yeah, we're done here.
Yeah, the only one that I will do some positioning and some moving around on is this my Calamity build, but it's a different Calamity, the Breagle, because I added all those joints to it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I can pose the arms and I can shift the torso and I can change the way the legs are positioned. That's the one I'm talking about. I turned that into more action figure though. So. Oh, I got a second place in the resin build off with that.
Oh, sweet. I think I asked you last week and they hadn't done the results yet, right?
No, it was just released a day ago or so.
Awesome, man. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah. Was that for Danny?
Yes, in conjunction with Danny Gunpla.
Very, very cool.
Or Dan Moore, if you know him. We all pick names for this hobby of ours. I had a YouTube channel, the same YouTube channel that I have now, but I had a different name at one point. And I just changed it on everybody else.
Got him.
Because I used to use a different handle when I was just building props all the time. Makes sense. When I switched over to building all sorts of stuff, I changed it to the current handle. So.
Makes sense.
Nope.
Almost done with this second leg here. I don't think I'm going to get to the feet tonight. He'll be footless.
Footless.
Humma footless.
That's right. I am terrible. Call it early onset cabin fever.
cover deals going on. I didn't tell people this was like if you were building this and it didn't say you're building a leg and you were like blind building this, you would have no idea what the hell this thing is. I'm not sure I know which way it bends.
Secrets lie in the hearts of leg. Only Hammer knows.
Hama.
No, it's weird. And that's a weird joke to make.
All right. 2 legs.
Two. Count 'em.
2 dose.
1, 2. 1, 2 legs. 1, 2.
1, 2.
3, 4.
Take him off his little doohickey here and see if I can get that. There we go. Again.
Oh, yo, did you watch Jojo Rabbit?
No. I don't believe so.
You should watch it. It's a movie. It's really, really good. And it's not just because I love it well, but it is really, really good. It's a World War II Nazi satire. So it's secure. It's really funny, actually. It's done super duper well. It's about like a little boy who's like he's like a little Nazi kid in like a really small town, like a really remote part of Germany, but everyone's all like on the way, you know, they're all super like on board for the shit. It's like his imaginary best friend is Hitler, and like it's really, really funny. It's all incredibly tongue in cheek, and it's super tragic as well, like really sad. Like, but yeah, you should definitely watch it if you get a chance.
I will look into that. My footless Hama is up on his stand. His hips are a little wonky. Play with that a little more later.
Yeah, mine wants to lean to the side on the stand. I think that's because the stand is a little old.
His I don't know when I put the hip together. His leg popped out, so I have to look at that later. But I pushed it all back together. Should be fine for now. But until I have feet and he's standing, not too worried about it. Now we gotta get rid of some nubs. Clipping nubs.
Julio.
Get the stretch.
That's Julio's handle. Mm-hmm. That? Clipping nubs?
Yep.
Cool. It's been kind of like a running joke today, actually, is that particular statement, clipping nubs, and then saying Julio.
Jules.
We got that. We got a lot of time on our hands lately, guys. It's getting a little weird already. Just you all wait.
All right, so what do I got left? I got feet, more side skirts.
Shield. Yeah, side skirts.
More extra side skirts. And a shield, yeah. No fun.
I think I did it. I polished every part of that kit, like my usual 9,000 or whatever I was doing.
I didn't do that, so I wasn't sure when I was reading through the manual if there was going to be much in the way of seam lines. So I was like, I'm not going to go crazy because I might, have to take this back apart to seam line quite a bit of it. So I didn't go crazy with sanding it or anything. But it's actually not as many seam lines as I thought. It's just when you were putting things together, it looked like a lot of sandwich, big pieces. So, but now that I'm looking at it, it's not that bad.
Well, I want to give it that like 1940s era machine tool paint job someday. So I wanted to just have it prepped and ready to go. So all I have to do is pull it out, squeegee all the crud off of it, because it's just sitting over there.
No, absolutely. I typically sand pretty heavy sander.
Yeah.
But
I don't know where.
with the last two RE kits I've built, they were like they had quite a bit in the way of seams.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I don't know, am I gonna have to glue the whole damn thing together, and then I'm gonna have to sand it all down again, or I don't know.
Well,
But this one's not so bad. Like I said, it just
I don't think I hit it.
like layers a lot of parts over each other. So
gotcha. You can't escape me. Number 62. Oh wait, number 67. Sorry. I know you all care desperately what part I'm using.
Well, right. There he is.
Oh, wait.
No feet. No feet.
37. Shit, I'm all over the place. Never mind, guys.
Looks like there's feet are like 3 toes.
Yeah, just it doesn't really like the one that stand up without the stand though, because
it doesn't look stable. Like the design just doesn't look stable.
The number 5 stand or whatever the hell it is, but the one that's just like the shorter stand that offers you that scissor option. Can't remember which one it is. We talked about it last stream too. All right. Well, we're right on the edge of the precipice here.
Yeah.
For this live stream.
I'm done snapping for now. I'll do the feet and the shield. Hopefully, like tomorrow or Saturday. Get this thing together.
Next week.
Yeah, I could build something else next week, or maybe do a little painting or something.
Sure. The world is your oyster.
I got to do some chipping on the Jesta, so maybe I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
Give that a shot.
Fancy.
Give that a
detail, Paul.
Yeah, it's all glossed up and ready for dirty.
Nice. Very, very nice. I might be painting this one here before too long. These little bits here. Of course, you know me. I say I'll be here painting. I'll be painting no time, and then you'll see me next week. I tried to do this whole thing, and there's I'm like got this construction going. Who knows? Take it daily. That's all I can say. What a world, boys and girls. What a world. Well, what can we do? Soldier on.
That's right. Continue.
Keep up with your families. Check in on your mates. See what's going down. Make sure everybody's happy and healthy. And if anybody asks you for a favor or needs an honest hand, then try to do your best to help them if you can. Don't put yourself in danger, obviously, but do what you can. This is starting to kind of be the time of time where we need to support each other a little bit more than we thought we were really needed to, I think. And it's gonna be interesting to see how things go here.
Yeah,
I'm not looking like super duper down on it, but I know it's going to be a slog before this whole shit gets gone. And
that's for sure. I'd love to be wrong, and for it to be over quite quick, but I would imagine it's going to be a couple months.
Yeah, the longest term projection I saw for it to be fully handled and like contained is 18 months.
Yeah. I saw something similar. I saw a lot of, like August, September times or I don't know if, I guess the brunt of it is over. Maybe is more accurate.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see.
Edward
It
says,
won't stand without a stand. You can leave its feet off.
where's the fun in that? I think it will actually stand without a stand, but it looks better when it's in like a flight mode.
Yeah.
Because the feet are more dynamic and they're like downward and like dynamic position as opposed to just like, oh, Julio. That's right, Julio. You were late. I haven't mentioned you several times. Tisk, tisk, tisk. It's all right. It's all a new game. It's a whole new world. New exciting endeavors. It's all right. We can go join in the chat in Texas live stream and heckle.
That's right.
It'll be awesome. What do we got? We got three minutes. Ooh, I'm getting the shack excited. Get that shimmy.
I'm very baked.
Yeah, that's Julio.
Yeah. So listen, what else are you gonna do?
It's been a theme. He's been laid off, so
Ugh. Sorry,
he's
man.
supposed to. Yeah, right. It's kind of going that way around. I mean, I think Tim's whole company disappeared.
Really?
What happened? Yeah, that's just how some of these things are going right now.
I don't know what he does for like work, so I didn't.
I can't remember product photography and like.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes sense now.
Yeah, he travels a lot. He does a lot of different things like that. I don't remember 100% what he does, but as far as I know, Julio is a graphics designer for a company that makes like trophies and plaques and stuff like that, I think. So they're like a weird, almost niche industry that is like weirdly not sustainable for this kind. I mean, not weirdly, but like it's not sustainable in this kind of like climate. It's rough, man.
Yeah. It absolutely is.
Worst part is we didn't have to be here, but now we are. All right. Well, I almost got done with 3/4 because I decided not to do the second half. So it went from being a quarter to being half to now we're almost at 3/4. Very super close. I keep looking down at the clock thinking it's going to be like right at 11 o'clock, and it's been like a minute because I'm working pretty quickly. So I'm just going to shut up and wait a couple more minutes before we end the live stream. What do you got here, Julio? Says it feels like the whole company is going to collapse if they keep going it this way, but he's going to get some unemployment, so that's not the end of the world.
Good. Yeah, I mean, right? I was reading. My buddy was sending me out some stuff today about some of the like stimulus or
Yeah, they signed some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that all. I mean, I don't know how much a single payment's going to help too many people, but it's better than nothing, right?
This is true, and it's not going to help it like a shitload, but
yeah, I mean, if it gets you an extra
as much
month
as you think these politicians are trying to help you out, as they turn right back around on you, and they're like,
"Oh yeah,
no, fuck you. I ain't getting mine. Oh wait, I am, but still, fuck y'all. I don't owe you anything. You're our representative. Anyhow."
Yeah, but if it gets someone an extra month of rent or something like that, then
yeah, exactly, like fuck yeah. Or if you can if I get that or whatever, I'm just gonna ration that shit out. That's already where I'm sitting. Like the economy is gonna get fucked. It sucks because like just like me, I'm sure a bunch of people are thinking the same damn thing. I get paid tomorrow. I look at my bills, what I've got, everything else stays right where it sits. Yeah. I'm not buying shit. That sucks. Not because I want to buy shit, but because the world needs shit bought.
Yeah, that's
we rely on commerce to happen, and like the money that gets spent on the top end of the spectrum doesn't go down; it stays up. So I don't know what to say. Soon there's just going to be money up there and nothing down below. We're going to have to eat the rich. Put that decal on my model for a reason, friends. I don't know if I
ain't buying shit. Yeah, that's kind of the way it's looking for at least the foreseeable future.
Sad.
Yeah,
I mean there are things that I'll buy and I'll participate in where I can, but I can't do that other shit because it's nothing certain.
No.
And it sucks because like it's that old adage, like they said in what was that, Kill Bill. It was like, you motherfuckers never pay attention or never matter about things until I start fucking with your money. So trickle up economics works also. So save your pennies wherever you can, guys. Be frugal. Take care of yourself. Take care of your friends and families. Call your mom.
Call your mom.
Try not to piss her off like I pissed mine off earlier today. And I apologize though, so it's okay. We smoothed it out. She's very forgiving. I mean, she understands that I'm not the same as her. So, but yeah, so be good to each other. Be good to yourselves. Wash your hands and wash your hands, but not in that order.
Wash your hands, sanitize your hands, and wash your hands again.
Wash your ass, not in that order. That's what I meant to say, not the other way. Wow, stepped in it.
I feel like I've used more hand sanitizer in the last week than I have in the last 3 years.
I definitely have been washing my hands quite thoroughly. I've been getting really into washing around my fingertips and my thumbnails and like getting all the cracks and crevices. My fingernails are the cleanest that they've been in years. It's amazing.
Right outside my office, we have like that industrial, hand sanitizer thing. Like you just put your hand on it and it's and I must do that thing like 30 times a day. Like every time I'm walking in and out of my office.
Yeah, man. Stop it. Nip it in the butt.
I bought a model now for my birthday in April because I can now.
Exactly. So there you go. That's a calculated purchase that makes a whole lot of sense, man. Right on.
And it's going to, assuming you can't go very many places, kill some time too.
Well, and as things level off and shit switches around, hopefully by that point we all make it through. Maybe we have a little bit of a nest egg or something, and we can just go back to being normal fucking people again.
Hopefully.
Here's hoping anyway. Yeah, now I finally look at the clock.
I can go on quarantine for the next 3 years and still be building model kits.
Same boat. Yeah, I could go on especially if the way that I've been building them, I could go on quarantine for 3 years and not even have to visit storage.
Yeah, I just mean snapping, like just pure snapping.
Oh, yeah. Different story, buddy. you could spend 5 months just snapping up the Mechanic Core Ziegler. No, you don't have the Ziegler. You have the Tiefsturmer?
I have the Tiefsturmer and the GPO2.
GPO2. There you go. The Facilis. Yeah. The Tiefsturmer. Yeah, that's a year for you right there. Just snapping and clean fit. Running LED wires and
and I got some two perfect grades, a couple of big master grades, some like those Debon metal build type stuff.
Ooh, weird flex, but okay.
Those things I know take forever because they don't, you got to clean them up pretty well to get them to stay together. I got plenty of stuff to keep busy for the apocalypse.
Let's hope it's not that.
No, it won't be that.
All right, friends. This has been another Live at the Workbench with Paul and Brian. This is number 60. I don't know if I said that before, but this is number 60.
We're getting a retirement age.
Yeah, we've been doing this for more than 2 years, but we don't always stream every week here. So thanks for stopping by. Again, we've moved to Thursday, so we'll be here again next week at this bad time and bad channel. So we'll see you all next time. Stay safe. Be well. Bye, guys.
Night.